This is all guided. It's the 21st of September 2022. I did start this at 10:33, but it's 10:34 right now, p.m. Just give me a second here. There's a lot coming through. Peace, love, and light, everybody. Glory to the Most High always. Glory, glory, glory to the Most High. For the Most High's presence is so present, along with this heaviness as well. All right, so once upon a time, and when I was in elementary school, and I was taking science, and we learned about the planets, and we learned about the moon, and we learned about that we were programmed about the Earth, and what would happen if the moon even moved off of, because the way it orbited, how we were taught, it orbited around Earth. Okay, and I was taught that if the moon wobbled, if it came in closer, which, it tells you it's some kind of consciousness satellite reflection to make it bigger. It's definitely was a portal open, that we would, like, I mean, not that we're not having storms and all that stuff, but like we would be, wiped out. We would flood. I remember that very clearly. Like any shift in the moon, we would flood. That's how I was taught, what we were taught in science in elementary school and even in high school. Here we are, fast forward, decades later, and reading scripture and understand when Revelations came out, that was all, clearly put out for a reason to let us know what the heck was going to go down, and to decipher it as it unfolds. However that is, here in God, however that is, for everybody's going to have different, but ultimately with Revelations with the red dragon. So here we are with another moon coming in, even though there's already been other moons here, by the way, or what you call moons. They're moons. They are. They're like satellites. They call them moons. I believe they're like really huge ships, personally. Big satellites, ships. Because Tiamat, because we're on Tiamat, it's shifted. And they don't teach you that in school. They're not going to tell you, hey, you live on a dragon. No, they want to tell you live on a round ball zooming through space. Into, like, infinite darkness with the sun as your light. I think it's a weird fucking concept, personally, but that's me. It tells me it's a concept. We're in this vibration. So here we are with another moon coming in, which many of us, honest to God, there has been huge moons. Or something that looks like a moon, has a lot of craters on it going over us, but they're celestials. Now, morning star rises, right? And, or, what is it about Lucifer here? Well, who's descending? That would be like a descending to Earth. And Tiamat's, whatever's also going on with the gamma and all that energy, is putting Humpty Dumpty back together again, which would be Tiamat. Because remember, Marduk severed Tiamat. And did what? Created heaven and earth. Created heaven and earth with her. And here comes, I feel like what would be like the Christ, but there's also, I don't know, Lucifer. It's like, he's the shining one. But it has to do with healing this place for Tiamat, whether that's a release, clearly, whatever scripture says too, with his reign is over. So she's being healed. She's being healed. This because volcanoes are going off. That means she's bleeding. Right? She is. That would be her bleeding. She's waking up. Maybe she's healing her wounds. Maybe she's cleansing. She's going to go through a big cleanse. What we are on is way bigger than us. Not soul-wise, but physical. And you're all going to realize you're on a freaking dragon. And you're going to be in a land of... So the whales, here's the king tide, king. This is real. I want to show you this too. As this moon is coming in, this is the stuff that's being revealed. I find it fucking amazing. Like, wow. I'm humbled, 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 humbled. Like, humbled, like, fucking humbled. Like, I love God so much because this stuff is real, and that's a real eye. That's not like a carved eye in rock. This thing is frozen. And they have way different, they know what they're doing if they want to bring these things back to life. I feel like this thing could move, for real. I don't care if you don't believe me or not. This thing can move at the right temperature, whatever, the right cosmic frequency, the right gamma ray, the right whatever things that we don't even understand is happening, okay? And I've been talking, and I've been picking up on the, look at that right in there, too, look at this. Look at this eye. I mean, come the freak on, that's an eye, man. Maybe that's what they're talking about with this stuff rising. I feel it's some way different than just, I know the demons are real, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's clearly so much more than that little book is saying. Even though it's saying a lot at the same time. But they're not saying the words like Atlantis. They're not using the words like Lemuria. Or they're not using the Mu people. They've made up, you know, all this other Genesis. Well, they didn't make up Genesis. Genesis happened. So, Genesis, we're in another Genesis. All these signs are here. All these signs are here. It blows my mind. So this is just, I don't know, I'm just going on what I'm feeling and getting guided to talk about here. This is Antarctica. This has been coming to me personally a lot. So, and I like to share it with those who resonate with what I'm talking about here. All right, that's really real, people. That's very real. It's just frozen. It's just frozen, you know. We have a king tide. That's a huge sign. This is Sandwich, East Coast. What? Atlantis. Here's a whale's tail. A whale of a tail. Get ready for a whale of a tail. I've been guided back to the Greek gods again. Like, I can't, you know, if I feel like if my guides are like, hey, wait a minute, you're forgetting a lot. Like, like, come back. My guides will pull me right back. Like, the Messiah is here. The Messiah is very real. Period. End of story. If you really believe, if you believe and you know, because you got to know, your soul will know that, like, whatever's coming is also dark and it's not a good thing. And then your soul has to feel Christ. We are the Christ. We would feel Christ. We would resonate with Christ. And Christ he could totally walk through the matrix. So it's weird that many out there talk about, they believe in they know the other one, but you don't believe Christ can. That's odd to me. Anyway, that's just, you know, my opinion on that. These are the signs. I will show you signs in the sun, and it's a bird. And what is that bird? It's like Horus. I will show you signs in the sun, in the moon, in the star, in the skies, for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. Now, some may say, oh, those are planets. That would be a planet, and it's not, though. I mean, maybe it is, but I see a huge friggin' wheel of probably on something much larger that we're not seeing right now, but I also see the Messiah. I do. I see the Messiah, because the Messiah will appear to you. Period, end of story. Well, maybe the Messiah doesn't to some people. I don't know. I can't imagine that. Maybe you just can't see. And then here's another sign. All right? Mount St. Helens. And I was just talking about that. And this is a dragon. This is definitely, this is not, I mean, you want to believe it's a cloud? That's cool. It's not a cloud. This is doing something to this. That's why it's laying over it that way for a reason. This is like a part of a dragon. And if you're new, like, go watch Mud Fossil University and then come back. You know, and we're seeing this in the sky, too. I mean, Whether this is like a bone, but I'm gonna show you how I see the dragon in here, or the being right here. It even has scales on it, right in here. That looks like an eye. It looks like Snuffleupagus. It looks like Snuffleupagus's nose and his eye. Um, and this is energy doing something to this site because it's a volcano. If you don't know, so it's definitely doing something. And Mother Earth's gonna have that, like, cause we're on something well, Tiamat. Oh, there's a heart. Way freaking bigger than us. That is waking up. It's healing. It's mending. It's bleeding. It's gonna cleanse. Um, don't be fooled for a second. Of course, we're gonna be flooded, and of course, we're gonna go through earthquakes, because this thing is way bigger than us. But also trust and have faith, right? That we are integrated somehow with this, and no fear. No fear, because we already are. Because back in school, I was taught that if the moon moved even just a little bit, and or something bigger or the size of another moon came into our orbit, um, we would be basically decimated. Um, I find that interesting how we're in the red dragon, and that would be Lucifer falling and what's coming in a moon. But then I understand about Tiamat, and Tiamat's like moons or her satellites. That's something we don't understand. That will I don't know, maybe you do, but I'm learning about, because they call it a moon here, but it's a body part to a bigger celestial. We're talking about anatomy and physiology here. It's definitely a piece of a part of something really massive on a macro scale. So it's not just like a moon. But anything, oh, I just heard Amun Ra. But, back to the whole learning and what they taught us in school, it's kind of out the window. It has been out from the window for a while for me. From the things I see, film, and experience, it's like, what is happening here should have totaled us from what we were taught and told. And it hasn't. I mean, yes, has it been bumpy in certain areas? Absolutely. Have they fed that energy? Absolutely. However, there's a lot of us that haven't, by the grace of God, consciousness, we haven't felt it yet. We're the dormant star, which I feel is like the birth of the dragon, Tiamat, because we're dealing with dragons. I mean, and they can be people. It's so fucking dimensional. It's not just one thing. That's the beauty of it. It's not just like one thing. Like, I don't know if you've ever experienced the Messiah, but I have, and he's beautiful, and he is like more than just not what they show here. Let's put it that way. It's just no denying when you're in the presence of Christ. It's absolutely beautiful. But you also, and then you have a luminary there, Morning Star, as well. So that's all happening now. And this is this is a sign with that moon coming in. Okay, so Set, remember we're in Set's world, if that you resonate better with that stuff. All right, we're in Set's world. Set descended. They showed that all in the Olympics. They did their whole ceremony through the Olympics with that. And we'll do like the Egyptian era of that. We're in Set's world. Lucifer rose, the shiny one rose on the world stage. And now we have the election with the lady who's the dragon that's in Revelations. It's just like boom, 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 boom. Pieces keep just clicking and clicking and clicking of like, wow, this is amazing what's going on here. So, hey, Gata. Hi, Mooney. Did I just... Oh, well, thanks for that, G. I just was really called. I'm like, I was getting King Moon, and the other day, and my mama always said everything has a root and everything has an eye, and this is a root. Isn't that like it's I don't know. I think it's amazing that you can see it's like a pixie, but this will grow into, like, I don't know, flour, corn, I don't know, whatever it's supposed to grow into. Um, and then, like, a lot of Atlantis was coming up, and this king tide with the whales, because personally whales have just been coming through a lot that I've been sharing on the channel and through the oracles, and just honestly what I hear creator talk. I talk to God all the time, so my oversoul, like, just guided to say, um, they're picking up on, and this is just okay. ADD moment. This is on purpose. Okay, um, in this matrix place. Okay, just the colors. See how that is. And whatever happened, no judgments. I think it's, maybe I'm judging, but I think it's weird, but I look at it as a sign. I don't take any, like, personal feeling on, I think it's weird. Most of us would have got arrested, and, but I, like, you know, it is what it is, but it's more this, because we're in this election. The red dragon and the blue dragon, the Kachina energy, you know, it's, hold on, the Diddy crap, which is, it is not crap, because it's darkness being revealed. It truly is. However, it's also a huge distraction too, and it really is, and it's disgusting, the things that are being revealed through that dude. Many of them, you know, but now with this dude, it has to be exposed. It's going to be really ugly and disgusting, and it's going to even go right down into individual family stuff to clear out family lines, because whether you believe in the Most High God or not, that's going to happen. It's a high vibration coming in, because you're a high vibrational person, no matter what situation you're in, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Tiamat, she's moving. She's showing us so many signs. I mean, the signs are just like boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna actually put this on my candle for a second. But do you guys remember that in school? We were taught, like, that was what we taught. Maybe it was just my school. I don't think so. It was, you know, if the moon was off, just a little bit even, we would be totaled. You know, we would be wrecked. And do you remember that? Anybody? And I remember this in the 80s. Something about this in the 80s. I'm having a moment here. Because it was in the newspaper too, back in 81, 80 or 81. The Heavenly Ones Returned. And it spoke about a lot of that. I really wish I had that article. And I had it. Once Upon a Moon, I did save it. I was weird like that. I saved articles that I felt were important. Moments in time. So this whole other moon thing is ringing bells with me. Also, Michael Lee Hill, because I woke up to this in 2020, like, to a king and two sons were here. And it's been quite the freaking journey of, like the Titans, I'm sure some of you have channels on all this stuff that, you know the Titans are here. Hold on a second. This weather is Titan weather. It's Titan weather. So Tiamat is waking. And those who are supposed to wake will wake. I found much. Oh, the lies are like, it's just like, what are you doing? It's like, what are you doing with these lies? It's just gonna, the truth is gonna come out. It comes out. It comes out. Unfortunately, that stuff with that Diddy dude, disgusting. But it's so thick and deep. They're the fallen ones. This place is just weird. This place is just weird. To even be like, magic is coming back. Magic is that's why I see why we're having the northern lights and stuff like that. That's magic coming back in. Gamma rays, people, it's magic. Um, Things are coming to life. There's gonna be more animals seen that we didn't see before. There's gonna be a lot of more things, celestial ships. Um, Things are waking up here, and whatever he is as a creature is being revealed, because there's a lot of them. Like, I just can't even, I don't watch it. I pay attention to the blips of things I guided to, but like I can't get involved with getting involved watching that crap. It's dark. It's really dark. That dude is a demon. Period. End of story. Veil break. Hey, perfect. Yep, it's a veil break moment. Hi, veil break. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. So all these signs, I want to get back to these signs. These are prophecy. These are prophecy, like it is written in scripture. It's prophecy. Magic is coming alive. It's deeper than what's in these books that, because originally and then I'm not into organized religion, period, end of story. That's what suppresses, in my opinion. Not my opinion, just, yeah, that's what my soul says. It's distorted, but it has clearly a lot of facts in there. Don't get me wrong, but it's still the Sumerian gods. It's still the Sumerian gods. And their return. And like this, it goes deeper even into, from what I'm learning, and believe what you want, clearly use your own discernment. This is just what because of all of this, it's supernatural, it's galactic, it's realm stuff, it's vibration, it's a shift with plasma energy, it's big, it's pliable. I'm trying to keep I'm getting so much information at the same time, so just please forgive me. Like, it's a lot of, like, going through my mind right now. Again, right down into your own personal world. You will see. Like, I mean, I've experienced some weird stuff on my journey. It's always been weird, like paranormal, supernatural, or just like narcissistic, like what is like what? And a lot of learning about me on the way, and loving myself through allowing some really fucked up people to think it was, that kind of level of stuff. But because it's such a deep, it's magic, but we've just been more in a darker magic. And I mean, I look at these political people, and they are so dark. They're just dark. Their energy's so dark, and it's so fucking weird that people, to me, that people don't see that they're dark. Energy, not talking like just their energy. They're not people. They're low vibrational, power broker, distraction, but they're not. They're part of the sign at the same time. Moving through that, because no matter what, either way, like something big is going on here. There's a king here. There's definitely a king here. I don't know what king. There's a lot of different kings. But I feel the presence of a king. This particular, harvest moon with the lunar eclipse would tell me that Saturn, I'm channeling so I get wicked indigestion, brought a king through. A king. And just because it's a king doesn't mean it's of light. Lords are not all light. Lords can be very dark. Let's not forget that, people. Let's not forget that. And then, like, again, I mean, you read what you want. I go deep. Like, okay, well, who's King James? Well, when you start researching King James, it's like, whoa. I'm not afraid to go there. I notice some people I've come across on my path, they're like, got it, they think that's wrong. Like, you should just focus on everything that says in there, and that's because, that's because, that's because. And I will never submit like that, because I'm guided to look deeper into what is what. And then when I found out about the Sumerians and how they're part of Scripture, and that Enlil was the Old Testament, that brings you a whole different level of not being linked in. We're here to observe. We're not here to be attached to the story. We're not here to be attached to the story at all. But I don't want to say all, because we are to a point to experience this weirdo place, but the level of fucking lies here is just, it doesn't make any sense why that would even, like, go on. I mean, it's real, it is, but I'm not meaning it like that, meaning like, why, what is the point of putting all that effort and energy in lying about everything? Like, clearly NASA found this. Let's just be real. Because NASA first started looking into the oceans, okay? And we have Woods Hole Institution down here. It's a pretty big deal. And that's why. So they started going to look at this moon, which I don't know where they really went, because I don't really think you can, I don't know, I'm not convinced you can get on the moon. Maybe you can, because it's definitely not out in space. It's definitely in our sky. So they're finding stuff like this, and now this is like more soft disclosure to get you prepared. For those who are really fucking paying attention, this is to get you prepared. For you, like through your power of prayer, your connection to God, Creator, your soul, because these things, you don't think that thing isn't going to wake up? Mud Fossil University, he is so important to this whole story too, because he's letting if you're really hearing what he's saying, I take it as, okay, you're letting me know this stuff could come alive, because plasma can shift, plasma can change. I mean, look at our body heals. Our body heals. This place is we're on a body, a bunch of bodies, but we're on a big body. It's gonna heal. It's been in its own amnesia. It's been put to sleep, if you will. All this stuff has been put to sleep, and now it's not going to be put to sleep. And this stuff, like the king tides, something that tells me something big is moving through too. By the way, this level of energy is going to wake this stuff, and us too, in us. We're connected to this. We're not separate from it. I was guided to the mount, this mount, I don't even know how to say it, in Greece. I was guided to that. I'm just reading it real quick. It's limestone. It's these mountains are clearly huge conductors too. And then I was guided right to Cronus, Metis, and Zeus, and Demeter today. And I was like, okay. And the signs were a super hot summer. Super hot summer, and the weather. And I keep talking about that, like the weather. These are titans. These are titans coming in. And these are the signs, like 11:11. These have been the signs. They're powerful signs. So, just saying, remember when UFOs didn't exist? And if anything else orbited the size of the moon in our atmosphere or gravity, it would wipe us out. Well, we've surpassed all that. Look at the shadow right here. Anyway, just wanted to kind of talk about that, and it's just been, this is amazing what's going on. He wanted to fight. That seems to be going on a lot. Oh my God. My neighbor, she freaking hissed at me. Like she's totally got attachments. There's no fucking doubt about it in my mind. Um, One night I was coming back in from outside, and she's in the hall with her dog, and she like hissed at me, and I was like, oh, okay. And then today, you know, because our doors are closed, you can hear everything here. Um, she like made, I can't even mimic what the noise that she made as I walked by, but it was like demonic, and it's happening. It's happening. That reveal. It's not pretty either. The violence I don't like. I don't like that stuff. And that's not the first time. And I'm sure, like in like the cities or more, I can only imagine. Believe me, I feel all that stuff too. I feel people who are out on the street homeless and what they're going through, and they're susceptible to attack, two ways, absolute to attack and to be attacked. So it's like this uprising, this upticking of unsettledness with the violence. I don't like that. Like I'm being stalked here. I'm going through some weird shit, and it's very uncomfortable. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. And but I'm not. You know, I stand in my power. I'm not gonna let anyone. I mean, whatever they think. No, I don't care. I don't care who you are. But like they've been in my apartment when I'm not here. This is what I'm going through, and the guy leaves like he just is. You're not supposed to go and knock on your tenant's door without 24-hour notice. It's the law. But this guy is at the end of the hall. What none of it is. I can't even imagine realistically any of this setup is legal because there's no privacy, and a tenant has a right to privacy from their landlord. And he walks up to everyone's door and like leaves, like if he needs to leave, instead of mailing it, like puts it at their door. It's like a freaking intimidation factor, which isn't intimidating, but I see the psychological warfare that these kind of corporate America places do. And I've already watched violence happen here, and it's just they're all juiced up. They're all juiced up, so they're not okay. And it's just like, see ya, bye now. You know, I'm so sorry you went through that, Gato. I'm so glad you're okay. Just be really careful because you just never know. You just you just don't know right now. Some people, they can't. There's a lot of energy coming in. This is significant energy. I mean, like this is the red dragon for real. Like that's energy. That's gonna affect people. That isn't just like I mean, I know you guys under that, but if you knew, like, this isn't just like, oh, it's a picture of what looks like a dragon. It's energy. It's red. It's tissue matter. It's an eye. Okay, it's an eye. And it's got an entity here, and we're feeling that. It's not something that looks like something. That's a real dragon and a real dragon eye, and we're feeling that. That's permeating through us, even though we have the ability to film it and take pictures and observe it from an outside point. I mean, that's a freaking eye. Come on. I mean, like, hello. I'd just like to know their names. Well, I mean, that's supposed to be Lucifer. And I don't know who that is. Oh, thank you for that, G. It's been weird. It's just been very unsettling, strange. Like, you know, I don't get, like, you gotta be acting weird for me to be unsettled. You know, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, weirdo stuff. Like, weirdo stuff. And I don't, that's not even a really nice way to say it. And I'm not saying it to be mean. It's worries, like, it worries me a bit. Klingon energy, very Klingon energy. I know a demon when I see a demon, or a possession. We'll just put it that way. I know a possession when I see one. That's what's going on. And then you got people in here who drink heavy, and that's possessions. And that is possessions. And now, if you're putting all stuff in your body to alter you all the time, like you become reliant upon it, those folks are gonna like, yeah. Just be careful. Just be careful if you're like not like that. Just be very careful, because they're gonna be unpredictable. Because this energy here can permeate and attach to that, because they're more susceptible, because they're putting spirits in their body. So just be careful. Oh my God, the ships. Oh wow, dude. Yeah, gee, just be just be careful. That's good, and you shouldn't be, but just and not because he's all tattooed up or anything like that, but just like, but that tells us, depending, it's the energy of the person and what they're putting off. I would like to have a camera. I don't have the money for a little pet cam right now, or else I would have a pet cam up immediately, because I don't. I went to the doctors and I came back, and this was, I had to call the Board of Health, and the guy's been active. The manager's been acting just creepy to me since that. Even a little before that, but it got creepier. And I come home and all my lights are on. And clearly someone was in my house. And like I said, no one has keys. I've mentioned this before. And I went down and confronted him, like, who was in my house? Nobody. Like, every single light is on in my house. Like, it was just. And then the other day I went out and I come back and I made sure I even videotaped before I left that the light was off. I come back and my kitchen light's on. Like, little, like, fuck, it's psychological, like, it creeps me out. It's like, it's just stalkery. And then yesterday I opened my door and it's like early, like really early, like, I don't know, like 7:30, going to go out back, and I'm quiet person, so I open my door, and down the hall is our laundry room, and the maintenance guy's popping out his head watching, and it's just creepy here. It's just wicked creepy here. Good night, Dreamweaver. But anyway, I didn't want to get that far off topic. But this is the level we're experiencing things, though, with this shift. So take how that resonates, and if it doesn't, oh well. But that's supernatural, and people are strange, and it's going to get stranger, you know? And I think that's all I really wanted to cover anyway, as far as, like, these were awesome, Gator, by the way. It's like a transformer, but elegant. Very elegant. That's like an activation. That's a very high vibration. It feels very high vibration. You know what it is? It's the brain. It's the brain. Like, maybe this is what's going on in our brain. You know? As we're looking at it, maybe this does something. I feel like a lot of these are activating, very much so. It's like the Rorschach test. It will turn around. Thank you, Veilbreaker. No, it will turn around. I am not one to stay in a place that, you know, no, 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 no. It's over. And I think that's what surprises them is, to really be honest. I think this person that I really, from my take, thinks that they can actually push me around and strong arm me, and like, no. No, because I don't care. I really don't care. You have nothing on me. You have nothing over me. There's nothing you could take from me because I don't know how to attach myself to things. I really trust. I really trust. My faith is everything in this world. I'm in like this, you know, constant leap of faith. Of I really trust, because just no one will ever have anything, you know what I mean? Not like, just no. Like, you're sadly mistaken if you think that you know, that you can continue to do what you're doing and think that that's okay. And I'm gonna be like a fearful of you. You have nothing. You know, it's like you, when you really are in that space, I guess, of really like just whatever's coming my way, you know, whatever, I trust it. I trust it. And more than fear, whatever bullshit they're trying to put fear in me about. And that's what it is. It's a psychological warfare. Like, just no. No. Like, I see what you're doing. Have a nice day. But thank you for that. I'm not the only one. I know other people that are really, you know, they're really going through it. They're really going through it. So, everybody just keep vibing high. Just, you know, if you're feeling like this, it's if you're having a lot of negative thoughts, really like try really hard to know that that's not you. That's this energy. And why would you talk negative thoughts to yourself? Okay. Um, that's how manipulative this energy can be as well. This is a harvest moon. It's to harvest your mind, thoughts, your energy. So just, you know, just be mindful of that, or don't. Um, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Very, they're beautiful, Gata. You know, I'm just reading your comments. Yes. Yeah, I agree with you. Absolutely, Michelle. Absolutely. Yeah. Because there's some people that would be like, I wasn't happy about it. I saw it coming though. I saw because they're corporate America, and they look at me as weak because I'm, you know, I'm a person with disabilities. Um, and I guess I must look weak to them, but I'm not weak at all. I have a mouth, I have a brain, and I have courage, and I'm not afraid to use it, especially when it's a total fuckery injustice. Like, I'm not gonna, I've allowed people to bully me, and like, no, I don't do that anymore. And if I start to, I really, 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 really look at myself and really fucking work on that shit, because nobody should ever have any kind of control, or treat you that way, first and foremost. And like, that's the release of the material world of like, whatever's gonna be is gonna be. I'm good. I'm good. I trust the process. Whereas you have some weird fucked up thing in your brain that you want to control, that you have no control. It's very freeing, and I'm very actually been like really happy to be like, I'm super happy right now. I mean, I'm going through shit, but like, I'm really fucking happy. I go outside and I smile and I'm laughing and I'm so grateful. I'm so fucking happy because I know what is coming up is so good. Even though I'm dealing with this trail mix of weirdo psychological warfare crap, that's what keeps me going. And I'm grateful for that. Hey, Jody. But we are that too. Do you know what I mean? We're that. We're the miracle. We are. You're not saying that something outside us isn't protecting us as well, but we're that. And the more we are that, the more we together become a bigger miracle, you know? It's exciting times. It's weird. It's change. It's necessary. It's necessary. Um, and to really know oneself, and to thy own self be true, like really, not just words, like to know thyself, to be confident in thyself, to have the courage, and to be true to thyself. Um, and you'll feel it when you're not true to yourself, and that's when other people try to treat you like crap. And then, you may find that a lot of us, these kind of, the more you like heal that stuff, it's weird because the like people will come in and try to poke at it in a different way. It just, I look at it because there's no way you're gonna have anything like, no, you're not me. You're like, it's really learning not to put attachments and hooks and connections that are toxic to feed that. And no one deserves that. No one deserves, like, it's an honor to be in your presence. Do you know what I mean? No ego. Like, it's an honor to be in your presence. It actually looks like a heart valve right there. Versus for someone to arrogantly think they can treat you or talk to you like you're less than. That's sad for them. It tells you where they're at. Yes, we are truly the living miracle. We are waking up. We have, they say 12. We have I get told we have 13 strands. We have 13 strands. And that means something, and we're gonna clearly go through something. We are going through something on like biological level that at some point we'll probably understand. I don't know. It's bigger than us. It just is. It's just bigger than us. So any and all things are possible. We are the Christ here. We are. We're the solution. Like, I'm watching people watch this political crap, and it's like, and they're clapping, and it's like they don't even understand they're being abused, and they're clapping. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow. Once society stops doing that, ta-da! Will it happen? I don't know. Could it happen? Yeah, I believe all things are possible. Will it? I don't know. Because this does not feel like a good time with these political people, these reptilians. Let's just call it what it is. These reptilians. This does not feel like it's going to be a good time, no matter what way it goes. So, clearly prepare the best you can, however that is, because there will be a lockdown that's coming. Don't get so lost in this distraction. Don't forget about that. Okay? And right now, if you're going through a really bumpy time and moving and changing and all that, it's because you're being, I truly, 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 truly know that God is putting many people in the places that God wants you in. And trust that. Just trust that. No matter how hard it may be, whatever. Trust that. You're being moved. You're being moved. So, classic, like the golden calf and Moses and Joseph. Well, tell us about that, Michelle. Oh, I'm glad you brought up Moses. Found out about looking in. Actually, I wasn't even looking for it. It just came. It was just brought to my attention about Moses. And it was Moses in the parting of the Red Sea, right? And that wasn't divine creator God. That was an Anunnaki. And it's like, okay, or it. I don't know. I'm paraphrasing, but like I look deeper than just God you know, part of the Red Sea for Moses. There was more to that. There was a lot more to that. And it has to do with the Anunnaki. Because these books are all Anunnaki, different tribes of them. And I know there are other, and the ones that they buried are like higher vibrational books that they don't want us knowing and teaching, which would be like the birds, Evie. I'm getting like Sarah's teachings, like higher vibrational teachings. They, you know, it's like the 7 chakras. We don't have 7 chakras. We have 12. Actually, I hear 72, to be honest. But they want to keep, you know, even the new age, which isn't, chakras are not new age, but to keep you in the 7 realm. That's why there's 7 planets, and it's that whole keeping you in the 7 energy. And that's okay, but no, you want to surpass that. That's being in the true Christ. And that we are more high vibrational than these Anunnaki that are here. And we are, and they're afraid of that. They're petrified of that. That we will come into full, whatever the frig that is, awareness, powers, whatever. Because remember, we're biological. We have cellular structure. We have RNA. We have DNA. We have God DNA in us. We are divine energy. We're a divine energy ball. So, you know, never underestimate the power of God, the creator of light, and what we can be. I mean, right now, we should have been just wiped out, according to old textbooks from elementary and high school. So, hey. And we're looking at the things that we never thought would ever see. I never thought I'd see anything like that. I mean, to me, that's like off the hook paranormal picture. This is a supernatural paranormal picture. There's a dude staring right at you. Looks like he kind of got a bag over his head or something. But that's a creature being, you know, like that is supernatural. That is dope to me. That is like the stuff I see. Just I'm not in this I'm sure paranormal investigations are really. These locations that people go to, I'm telling you right now, there's gonna be more apparitions. There's gonna be way more, unfortunately, darkness. I actually stopped watching them because I was just seeing a lot of titles of like evil and shit like that, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not feeding that. But not all of it is like that. Clearly, they want to push that narrative because they want you to stay in a low vibration. But there's a lot of different, you know, I'm sure these there's boots on the ground paranormal investigators that film and you know, they either have a channel or a Facebook, but that, you know, or sometimes they don't even do that. They just go out because they're not looking, they just, you know, do it. Are having experiences and probably capturing some incredible evidence of, you know, depending on the location. These ley lines where there's so many battles happened and it leaves an echo. And some of it is still going on, but it's just in a different vibration plane of existence. And right now, all these worlds are layering over each other. I mean, we have fucking Osiris here, for Pete's sakes. Like, come on. We really do. Osiris is here. Ra is here. Thoth is here. And they know how to wake this stuff up. So, this is going to be really interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Peace, love, and light.